hold on. Discard. Okay. Huh. So this is connected. Right, it's not connected. Let's see. All right, can you guys hear me? It looks like you might be able to hear me. Rio saved the day. If you can hear me, just know that Rio saved the day. If not, Rio has yet to save the day. But Rio is responsible for saving the day. Yes, Rio did it. Only problem is that I can't really see these comments. Oh no. All right. Okay, now, and I can see the comments. I don't know. There was like all kinds of things going on. Okay. So what I was saying, and Shanjay, sorry if I mispronounced your name. I'm always gonna apologize if I can't read your name. I'm sorry. But Shanjay says hi. Rio freaking won the day. He saved us. We're able to. You can hear me now, so that's awesome. What I was saying was that I had an all right weekend. It was my daughter's birthday on it was my daughter's birthday on like Thursday, but we celebrated on Saturday. Had a little party. That was pretty cool. Really liked it. And that was awesome. Then on Sunday we had Easter plans, and we were supposed to go to my parents' house, but something came up. So we ended up not going, but everything turned out all right. So all is well. And I was saying, like, I had a pretty all right weekend. How did you all, like, how was your weekend? Did you have a good weekend? I'm hoping that you all had a good weekend. I actually have not really even touched my computer since Friday. Thanks, Sclaire. Sorry. I'm illiterate. Thanks, Rio. Yeah, it was my daughter's birthday on last Thursday. And yeah, she received a lot of birthday wishes. So thank you again for the birthday wishes. And thank you, Dennis. Are you sitting or standing up? I'm standing. I don't know how else to show that I'm standing every time somebody asks me that. Like, one time I jumped, but like that doesn't really show that I'm standing. I am standing up. I could go all the way. Playing COD Warzone. I was playing COD, but not Warzone. I also bought like a Elgato thing to stream, but it's not working, so I have to like figure that out. But yeah, I was playing a little bit here and there. I play like probably like an hour. I try to get an hour in whenever I can. Um, Man, we have so many unsaved changes. Isn't that so bad? I'm supposed to be doing, best practices and all these things in front of you, right? Oh gosh. All right, looks like we added feed stuff. All right, so Rio says, I have touched my computer, but my computer didn't respond. Yikes, that's scary. What do you think about getx, and why do you use block instead of getx? So I haven't tried getx. I helped somebody that was using it. Looks interesting. Most of this stuff is pretty much the same like idea, but I haven't tried it. I haven't done any research on getx. But the reason why I chose block was because it seemed like I've been hearing about block for several years now. Like, you know, I kind of started touching Flutter when it came out, like version 1.0, and even then they were like talking about block, I think. And it's been around for a while. I know that it's supposed to scale really well for large projects. And also when Andrea, coding with Andrea, he like really knows his Flutter stuff. He did a poll and I saw that a lot of people are still using block. So I was either going to choose block or Riverpod, so I went with block. You should try it. It's much easier than block. I think block is like over typing. Actually, block can be as simple as you need it to be, and I kind of demonstrated that in a video where I talk about blocking cubit. It can be really easy to do. The problem is that people don't teach it in an easy to use way, and it actually can be pretty easy. But yeah, I'm definitely going to check it out eventually. Hello from Brazil, bro. Thank you for coming in, Chucky. That's kind of an interesting avatar. I like it though. Yo, Kilo, how are you? And how is your day going? Today is going all right. You know, I woke up to DMs in the Discord. People need help, so that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help y'all. Plug my Discord right here. But yeah, I think I helped that person, and I was able to get them going, and it's really interesting because that's my job, right? Is like to help y'all be able to be successful. And what's going on? Light music from Indonesia. What's going on? Yeah, it's just like I woke up, and when I'm able to help somebody out, like right off, like kick off my day with helping somebody out, like the day already wasn't wasted, right? Because I saved somebody like some time. You know, they probably would have figured it out eventually, but maybe I saved them like an hour or maybe a couple hours, who knows? And I also left off my weekend that way as well. Like on Friday, I was able to help somebody out. Like one of my friends, she was like in a bind with her code, and I was able to help her out too. So that was like pretty cool. There's probably a couple more things that we need to do there, but yeah, good stuff. It's always nice when I can help somebody out, just knowing that I saved them a little bit of time. Because that's the whole entire point of what I do is like, I don't want to be the only one that's doing well or successful or something like that. I want to be able to help y'all be successful too. Coding changed my life. Let's change everybody else's life too. Oh, Gonzalos Back. What's up, man? And hi all to the chat. Gonzalo, the real one, came back. I love all my peeps that come back. That's loyalty. Loyalty. And I treat loyalty like royalty. Oh, might have to drop some bars on them. All right, let's kick this simulator off, shall we? Ooh, with the shades coming in looking real cool. I like it. All right, do we have our simulator up and running? My VS Code decided to disappear. So now I had to re-add it back into the dock, which is kind of weird. If I have time between job and watch you, I will come back every time. Ooh. Making me feel special. Thank you. Well, I appreciate you being here, Gonzalo. All right, let's go ahead and run the simulator already. Let's go. Shall we? All right, so we already got that new post view, right? But I couldn't decide on what it was supposed to look like. Kilo, can you show what you have made in this project till now? I kind of can. Let's see. Where is my simulator? There we go. Actually, you know what? We haven't even added a logout button, have we? Actually, we have in the profile. because the profile should be showing our logout button because it is us, and that's one of the things that we covered. So it's just like a really basic, simple social media app. I've been working on this for way too long. It should have been out a long time ago, but I've been super busy with work and I just can't seem to finish it. But what we are doing right now is we're working on the social feed because we got the authentication flow, right? You're able to sign up, log in, things like that. Once you sign in, you should be able to have two different tabs. You have the home feed, and then you have the profile. And then the profile just shows the information about yourself. And then obviously you can update your profile. See, this is what we have so far. Look at, bam, profile goes here. Oh, but we don't have all the stuff in here. Okay, so that's a bug that we need to fix. But I need to be able to log out and then be able to go back. But yeah, this is what we have so far, and not much else. Hi, Kilo Loco. Is there any issue with Flutter 2.0.3 since you are still on 2.0? No, just don't always update. I mean, I only get the notification that you need to update whenever I run something from the terminal, like Flutter something. And I don't usually run Flutter things from the terminal, so I don't catch all the latest updates. But no, I'm sure that everything's probably better on 2.0.3. Can you teach other storage? Can you teach other storage and storage and other Firebase stuff how to use? Probably won't be touching Firebase too much. I know that there's a lot of content out there, but like I work for AWS and Amplify, and like there's still a lot of stuff that I haven't even covered there. So I probably will cover something with Firebase in the future. But first I need to like get all the content out with Amplify first. But yeah. Do you have a video about how the Flutter file structure? No, I actually don't really have a file structure that's really well, like as you can see here, look at all these. Woo, look at that. Look at all this. Like if you're saying like, oh, do I have a recommended way of like making your file structure better? I don't, right? I just try to group things that are, related together. And then like right now I'm in the session, right? We're signed in, so we're in session. And I'm working on the feed part. So then I go right here into the feed, and then we just have all this stuff. So, and you guys can barely see what I'm even referring to, but like, I don't really have like a whole lot going on with files. I could put out a video, but there's a million different ways that you could put your files, and no one way is going to be right. Oh, thanks for trying out Amplify, Gonzalo. If y'all want to learn more about Amplify, here's a link. It's where I'm at all the time. So, if you actually need help, then I can actually probably jump on a call and help you. I've done it before. I'm not saying that I will. I'm just saying that I've jumped on calls before just to help somebody get unblocked because they couldn't figure something out. So if I have time, I usually try to do at least one of those a week. Kilo, the chat feed is getting overlaid on the file structure. Yeah, don't worry about the file structure. It's just like, there's nothing special to it. Like I just group things together. Like if it says feed, like for example, I have a file structure right here. So you can see it, right? So what I was saying is like, you see how everything has feed in this folder? And just throw it in a folder, right? Profile, all these things, just throw it in a folder. I mean, that's one way to like group all these things together, right? Like I don't have a specific way of doing it, but like if everything's going to be essentially for that specific screen, then just put it in a folder and it's a little bit cleaner. But yeah, I'm not huge on file structures. Let's see. New post view. Oh, does this even open? Does it open? Oh, it doesn't even open. Okay, so then we need to go back over to the feed block probably. Maybe the feed view and open New post action button, and we're gonna need to display that. Okay. All right. Hello, bro. I really like your explanations. Keep it going. Thank you. Yeah, definitely plan on keeping it going. We're gonna be covering Flutter, native iOS, and native Android. Does AWS Amplify DB have string contains functionality? Oh, contains. Okay. I think so. It has a search, but let me think. I'd actually have to look it up. I haven't done that before. I don't know if it has. I'd have to look it up. Yeah, let's find out together. So usually I recommend starting out with data store, but let's see when we want to manipulate data. Yeah, string contains. So you would do it like, let's see if they even have an example. All right, let me show you because it decided to close on me. Where is my data repo? There it is. Okay, so if we wanted to do like a query on a post, let's see, can we add where in here? Query predicate. Oh no, not query predicate. It's where, let's see, we want to get a post, and let's just say the caption dot contains some string, like that. So you do it like that. So that's, I guess it does have it. Haven't used it, but yeah, I guess it does have it. That's pretty cool. Which one do you prefer when you're separating a widget, putting it a stateless widget or a function that returns a widget, or putting yeah, like I don't really understand why some people do have like the separate widgets, like, because what I would normally see. So to answer your question, who is it that asked that? Sclare. To answer your question, I prefer to just do the function, right, that returns the widget. That's how I prefer to do it. There's no problem with creating a completely separate stateless widget, right? But I just don't see what the benefit is, because you can do all the same things, and if you're gonna just like have it be prefixed with an underscore so that it's private to this file anyways, like I don't understand like where the benefit is. Maybe that you're like not one layer nested, but I think you could go either way. Um, yeah, like I don't know. I just prefer the function because it's like functionality that's specifically to this feed view. Creating another object, I don't know. Just seems like a lot of. I think there's even more boilerplate that you have to add in there too. You know, you have to add the build and everything. So yeah, I just feel like it might be a little bit extra. Who knows? Okay, let's go ahead and get our bottom sheet showing, right? Whenever we tap this button, boop boop, it should, come up. And actually, it's not even a bottom sheet; it's a modal, right? Widget, show new post view. And we could just put it right here. Show new post view, like that. And let's see. And this is actually not going to return a widget. It's going to be a function. So then we have to find out how to do show Let's see, show modal bottom sheet. I think we could probably do it like, no. Do we want to do a modal bottom sheet? I don't know. Show modal. Probably just show modal. Flutter. Show modal. Right? Show dialog? No, that's not what we want. So then maybe we should just go to the next screen. Which would mean that, where are we in our session navigator? No, in our app navigator. Session navigation bar. Session navigation bar. Okay, and then we would need to have like a feed. Like some type of navigation. So home, and we'll just do a feed navigation. F it. Feed navigation. .art. I've read some Flutter docs and I see that they're using the 3 ways everywhere. I don't know which one should we prefer for what, so whatever. Okay, wait, I don't know what the 3rd way that you're referring to is, Claire. Hold on. Okay, which one do you prefer when you're separating a widget, putting it a stateless widget, or a function that returns a widget, or putting widget to a variable? Oh, I didn't even think about that. Okay. That's an interesting question. Yeah, so unfortunately, what happens at like bigger companies and what happens in here is like when you have a lot of people writing documentation, everybody has like a preferred style. So that's what you're seeing probably happening in the docs. I actually don't read the docs unless I'm looking for a specific thing, and I don't like pay attention to that stuff. So, but like what you said is like a really good point. So you actually see it in a variable too. And I'll tell you why I won't do it in a variable. So you could probably do it like this. This is what you're seeing. Widget get, I don't know, other widget. I'll just do some widget. And then you have this like return container, something like that, right? So this is fine, right? Like you could do it like this, but like I feel like it's not consistent with what you're doing, right? So like if I wanted this some widget to be, the title, then I would put some widget right here, which that will work, but the problem is that it's missing like the call, right? Like everywhere that you go when you create like a new object, a child object, you have like the constructor or the call or whatever you want to call it, but like you have those parentheses everywhere. So that's one reason why I would not do it this way. It's just like the inconsistency within the syntax. I wouldn't do it like that. The other ways, like I said, should be fine. At least they're consistent because you're still doing the parentheses. The variable method, it'll work. It's just like it's inconsistent though, That's the only reason why I would say like, I don't really like that. There are many important companies migrating their apps to Flutter, like Nubank and iFood. Has the phenomenon started to happen in your country? I don't really keep tabs on the job market for Flutter, but I know that it's growing. who did I hear is using it? I know that a lot of car companies are actually using it, so I don't know if they're using it for their dashboard in their cars or if they're using it for just the apps. But I know that car companies are starting to pick up on it. It seems like those are the companies that like to pick it up the most. Feed navigation extends stateless widget. And we need a build method, like so. Oh, in Brazil, that's where it's happening. Yeah, like I don't know. Like I said, I haven't really kept track of everything. But I know that, Flutter is growing for sure. Allergies. Even Flutter developers don't know which one is the best. That's why they use that 3 ways. Yeah. Just like state management, widget separation should have a debate. Yeah, I mean, that's the funny thing about being a developer is like you can debate like everything. Everybody believes their way is right. Everybody has their own way of thinking, including me, right? Like I just said like, "Oh, I don't like that way," but it doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's just like that's why I wouldn't use it is because I feel like it's inconsistent, right? Like but for somebody like it makes total sense. And there's nothing wrong with that. Route result route did pop result. All right. Yeah. The debate as a developer. It's like people think that debating is like part of their job title. I mean, I guess it kind of is, right? Like you're looking for the most optimal solution, but it's just funny. People will talk about and debate the languages. People will talk about and debate like I don't know, anything. It's funny. Frameworks, stuff like that. All right, we're gonna have 2 material pages. Whoopsies. All right, come on. Container for right now because I can't think. Material page container and all right. So then what we'll want to do is the first one will be the feed view. Feed view like so. The second one will be new post view. Like so. Seems about right. We can go back over to our session navigation bar. And we can drop this bad boy in there. Into the widgets. Feed navigation. Oh, by the way, do you have a video about the Dart language? I actually don't. I'm curious. I don't generally like those videos, videos about just the language by itself, but like a lot of people seem to find them very attractive in a way, I guess. They tend to do really well. And I was just thinking well, I don't like that type of thing, but that doesn't mean that other people don't like that type of thing. So I'm curious, what would you want to see in a video? Just it would have to be one video, right? And it's probably gonna be 10 minutes. So what would you want to see in a video about Dart? I'm just kind of curious. Is it just how to do all the basics? Here's how you create a variable, a constant, final. Here's how you would do, I don't know, create a function. Here's cool things, cascade, control flow, things like that. Kind of curious, Sclera, what you mean. Skills, I can debate very hard that I can change your mind. Yeah, debate about being able to change your mind. What's going on, Uday? Coming back for some more. Thank you again. Welcome back. Like I said, I love when y'all come back. Makes me feel warm inside. It makes me feel like I'm doing something. Feels special. All right. So let's go back. Okay, well, let's first save this. Oh, it might have blown up. Did it blow up? It did blow up. Look at that. All right. So what we need to do is jump over here. And the reason why it's blowing up is because this is not ready yet. Okay, so then what we need to do is also have a feed navigation block. Cubit. Feed navigation cubit. Yeah. New file. Feed navigation. Well, that's not how you spell navigation. Navigation cubit.dart. All right, so in our feed navigation cubit, I don't know why I can't spell today. Oh my God, what happened to my fingers? You don't touch the keyboard in like 3 days, and what happens? You don't even know how to type anymore. Okay, so we need, what type of state is this going to be? We could create a state, right? Enum feed navigation state. And then we have, what is it? What do we have? We have case. Is it case? I don't know. Let's see. So we have the feed, and we have new post. And yeah. Okay, whatever. All right, feed navigation state. Like that. Then we do our constructor feed navigation cubit like this. Super feed navigation state, and it's going to be the feed like that. There we go. But every HR asks some dumb questions that almost no one uses, like reversing a binary tree in Dart while Flutter UI shows login screen. Who's asking you to reverse a binary tree in Dart? Oh man. Okay, so I had talked about this on a podcast, and then I also had like a tweet that preceded that podcast too. And what I was saying is like the industry, the entire tech industry and its technical interview is super broken, right? Because they want you to like know how to reverse a binary tree. Like, when are you ever going to do that? But they want you to be able to do this by memory. Like, who's memorizing these things? Nobody. No, I know who. The people that are trying to get a job, and that's it. Like, the people that work at the company are not, they don't know how to reverse a binary tree. I can almost guarantee it. Anyways, what I was saying is like, in an interview, you should be able to go on to Google or whatever search engine, Stack Overflow. If you want me to reverse a binary tree, you better believe that the first thing that I write on the top of my code editor is going to be an import statement, because I'm about to import some type of binary tree framework to do that. Because I'm not about to rewrite something that's been rewritten a million times and then I'm going to make a mistake and then mess it up. And that's how you know I'm the one right for the job, as opposed to trying to do it from memory like an idiot. Only an idiot would try to do something from memory like that, because you're gonna make a mistake. That's all there is to it. You're going to make a mistake. Why would you make a mistake? And then your app's gonna have bugs. So instead of being an idiot thinking that you know it all, which is a terrible thing, right? Nobody wants a know-it-all on their team. Go with the person that, hey, they realize, hey, I don't have this in my head, which you shouldn't. I'm gonna go to Google and find the best working solution. And hey, guess what? That's the best thing to do, because the thing that you import has been, tested by thousands of other developers or whatever the number is. And I bet you that they're not going to make the same mistake that you probably would have made by just doing it off the top of your head in such a short time. So you take that to the interviewer and you tell them to shove it. Navigation 2.0, you better believe it. Do you use abstract class or implements keyword or type def? Keyword. Are these really important to learn? Oh, okay. So like those are the things that you would want to learn. No problem, Claire. Yeah, like if you wanted to learn those concepts like abstract class or implements and type definite type. Oh man. Yeah, these are three different things. So implements, I've actually only used that maybe one. Yeah, I actually don't know how to use implements. It's used like with mixins and stuff like that, and I actually don't know how to use it off the top of my head. See, because why would you keep that information in your head when you could just do a quick Google search, right? I generally use abstract class. I don't know how you would check, because you're going to get okay, so for example, right? You're going to be getting something that's a profile event, right? With your block. So this is the profile situation. So we're going to have a block. It's going to take a profile event. And then I'm able to check it with the is keyword, right? Event is this. And this only works because all the events are going to be of type profile block. However, if I was to use, I don't even know how like it would work with implements. I don't know what the difference is, so I can't really answer to that. But I thought implements was used with mixins, and I don't really understand mixins because I only used it once like a long time ago. So yeah, like I don't know. I'd have to look into it. And then type def is just type def. What is that? I forgot what that is too. See? I don't have all the answers in my head. Why would you expect me to have all the answers in an interview? 45-minute interview with the most optimized solution. Yeah, right. All right, let's go ahead and implement this cubit. So first we're going to do show feed, and that's going to be easy enough, right? It's just going to be emit feed navigation, and that's going to be feed. And then why are you complaining? Oh, because I don't have the little parentheses like that. There we go. Show new post. Emit and feed navigation state new post. And I just realized that we're going to need to have a profile as well. So profile void show profile for user. And then this is going to be, I don't know if I'm going to be passing the user or the ID, so I'll just put a user ID right here just for now. And this will implement the emit feed navigation state profile like that. Oops. Okay, so now the fact that we need to pass in some type of user ID shows that we can't use an enum. So this is one thing that I really like about Swift, right? With Swift, you can have an associated type with your enum. Phenomenal, especially for cases like this. So in a place where I might need the user ID, I could just pass in user ID right here, and it'd be like something like this. And this is really awesome because then you're able to pass an argument whenever you pass it in here, and then what you would do is like you would just do it like this. Or actually this would just be a string, I think, like that. And then what you're able to do right here is you would pass user ID right here. So then when you're actually observing these different states, you can still access the user ID. Now that's one of the coolest things about Swift is their ability, how they handle enums. You want to do the same thing in Dart or most programming languages, then that's when you start needing to use abstract class. And feed navigation state. Here we go. And we'll have a class, and the first one is feed extends feed navigation state like that. We have new post extends feed navigation state like that. And then finally we have the one that actually forced us to have this, which is the profile extends feed navigation state like that. This one actually has an argument, which is going to be a string. So final string user ID. Maybe might be a user, may need to change that. We'll find out. And from here, we need a constructor. So profile this dot user ID like that. So that means that they're not that important. The only important is that if it works, don't touch it. Yeah, I say if it works, then it works. I mean, obviously you want to figure out what the difference is and how you can optimize things, right? But yeah, like that's kind of my thought. All right, so at least these are smaller names now. And here we go. Profile user ID. There we go. You missed the G letter on the abstract class you wrote. Feed on the abstract class. I don't think we need a G, right? Feed navigation state, feed, new post, profile. I think we're okay. Sclair, are you trolling me? Can't tell. All right, so now we should have a block builder. Return block builder. Oh, actually, we need a provider. Damn. So we can actually, let's see, where should we do the provider? We could just do the provider here. It's fine. block provider, like create context, and it's going to create our block, our navigation feed, or feed navigation cubit, like that. There we go. Grab that. Be like, whoop-pow. Like that. Like that. And that. And that. And save it. And then wrap this in the block builder. Refactor. Put it in here. Block builder. Feed navigation cubit, feed navigation state, and then this will be state, like that. Save it, does its little refactor thing, right? And what we can do is the feed will be the base, so then let me think. It should always be showing the feed, and then after that is going to show. How did I do this? Let's go ahead and take a look at our auth navigator. How do we do the cascade? We have it directly. All right. Or the spread operator, like this. Like that, like that. Works. Boom. So now we're always going to show the feed, and then we're only going to show this. So if state, let's see, if state is new post, then do that. And if state is, let's see, profile material page, and we'll do the profile view like that. And then we'll also put right here, if state is profile, how do we do this? Wonder if I could do it. Is equal to false. There we go. All right. Okay. Wait, what did I miss? You're saying that I didn't catch anything, or I didn't catch that. He didn't cut that. You missed the G letter on the abstract class you wrote. I'm confused. What are you talking about? All right. What's the difference between equal and is? Are they the same thing? So it's similar, but it's not the same thing. And first of all, equal, the equal that you have, that is an assignment operator. That means that you're setting the value to something, right? A single equals is the assignment operator, right? So then the more logical question is, what's the difference between is and double equal, right? And they're kind of the same. Like they're still kind of the ideology behind it is very similar, but they're not the same thing, right? And the reason why they're not the same is because like you have state it's asking, is this a type of profile, right? Whereas state is an instance of something and profile is a class, right? So we're asking, is this state of type profile, right? Now, the state is an actual instance of something, which means that it has character object, or it has like character, yeah, it has characteristics about it, and it has like an actual like memory address and things like that. And this profile is just a type of thing, right? So the difference between is and the double equals is like saying, we're asking, is this state, is it profile, is it of type profile, which it isn't, which it shouldn't be, right? And or like, okay, is it a profile? And then this would be false. So then it's essentially saying, is false equal to false, or is true equal to false? You know, and then that's when it's going to essentially run the logic in here. So that wasn't like a good explanation, but essentially you're asking, is it of type this? And that's going to be true or false. And the double equals is checking, are the two values the same? So is like, this is going to either result in true or false. And then that's when it's going to be checking, are those values the same as this? So yeah. This is not more readable. I know that it's not more readable, but I felt like you couldn't do it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I generally don't like doing the bang expression, the prefix with a bang, because I feel like it's not readable. It's something that I gloss over too. So yeah. Please make video on backend also. UI is easy part. We need to understand the dirty part of the backend. Well, I mean, it is kind of covering the backend because I'm not focusing on UI. I'm focusing on actually getting implementation working, and I'm using Amplify to do that. So if you want to take a look at how the backend is set up, you would have to go to like the repositories and how I interact with it, which this feed, do we even have a oh, well, we need the data repository, which, let's find that. Data, data repository, like that. So I set up my backend with Amplify. But yeah, I mean, I'm not just making UI, because I don't actually enjoy making UI. I enjoy doing like logic stuff. Put that check in parentheses and then put, yeah, but then that looks really ugly and looks like I'm, I don't know, coding in some, like in Pascal or something like that. Yeah, I could do this, right? But boy, is that nasty. So this is actually a little bit more readable. State is profile equal to false, then do that. All right, so if we save this, we go back over here, everything looks gravy. We're loving it. Now, when I hit my button, what I want to do is I want to open up this screen, which means we need to add this new post state. And we have the block provider up here when we open up that feed navigation. So what will happen is we should be able to access it from our feed view, and it should be as simple, you know, watch out for when they say it should be simple. It ain't gonna be simple. Block, or no, hold on. Let's see. yeah, we're going to need to return a, if we do the block builder, return, I suppose we could just get the context right. Context G. All right. Context dot read. What was it called? Feed navigation cubit. And then we are going to show new post, like kablam. Yep. That should work. Context. Like so. Save it. We tap on it. Bam! It changes. Let's see. Can you write backend in Python and use Flutter to call the endpoints? Probably not going to do that. I don't enjoy Flutter. I don't enjoy Python enough to actually want to learn how to do a backend. If I was going to show you how to write your own backend, it would probably be in Swift. Maybe you're in Kotlin or Dart, but definitely not going to be in Python. Sorry. I haven't seen anyone who uses Cupertino theme. Everyone uses Material theme. I used it over here. I mean, it's just like a lot of work. Like, why would you want to have so many different widgets in your UI? Like, I think you should only be using Cupertino when it makes sense. And I actually used it in a spot where it made sense. So over here, when you show your bottom sheet in your profile, go back over here, and oh, of course I'm not signed in. So, but anyways, like when you try to edit your profile, it shows like a action sheet, right? And what it would do is it would show the action sheet UI based off of what platform it is. And you can see right here that I'm using like the platform is iOS, in which case I'm using the Cupertino modal pop-up, and that's when I'm using the Cupertino action sheet. But everywhere else is just gonna have a regular bottom action sheet. But yeah, like I only use Cupertino. Like I would only use Cupertino on the spots where it makes sense. But I actually do like the way that all the design looks like with Material, like the shadows and the floating action buttons and stuff like that. Oh, we have a couple of people joining the chat. Should I follow the following sequence? To develop any Flutter application, the data layer, business layer, the presentation layer. Follow whatever you want, honestly. I think people spend too much time dealing with like what architecture to use, and like they don't actually build stuff. So I would say just choose something and start building something. What's going on, Ahmet and Abhinav? I know I butchered that. I'm so sorry, but hello. You could use is bang rather than, couldn't you? I don't know. I've never even heard of that. That'd be interesting. Where did I put that? That would be interesting to say the least. I feel like that would not vibe right in my brain. But let's find out. Looks like it might. I've never seen this. I actually don't like this because the exclamation point in Swift, and now I think even in Dart, but also in Kotlin, the exclamation point is like for some wrapping. So like that's like when you're dealing with like an optional value, like a nullable, like an optional value. I think it's still, or a nullable value, whatever you want to call it. And then you want to say like, I guarantee that there's a value here, and that's when you use the exclamation point. If anything, it should have been this, right? Like is, but like, I don't know. That's cool that you can do that, but I don't like it personally. I feel like it's not along the same lines of consistency with the whole entire use of the bang operation to negate something. But that's really cool. Thanks, Mohammed, for showing me that. What's going on, Coder? I am trying to learn Flutter, and I take Udemy course for Dr. Angela. Yeah. I heard that she does some really great stuff. Everyone uses Material Theme, but they're changing the theme. They're making a unique theme that both Android and iOS can use. Yeah. Let's see. Then you watch Kilo Loco's video. Don't you, Kilo. Then you watch Kilo Loco's video. Yeah. The hashtag 30 Days of Flutter, series is assuming that you have like very basic programming knowledge, but no knowledge of Flutter itself. So you can always watch that and probably get some more tips and learn a couple of things inside of there too. All right, so we got this going, right? Now we just need to make it look snazzy. So how did I want to do this? I think I want to have like a giant picture in the middle. Or some. This is where I got stuck last time. And I can't seem to find, let's see, new post view. All right, so we have the text field. We don't necessarily want the text field right at the top. What we actually want, and let's also put this in a safe area. All right, so widget. This is going to be my new post page. And turn a column, children, and what kind of children do we want in here? So we probably need to have like an image right here, and then like a caption right here, and then a post button right there. So let's go ahead and see if we could get a sized box, right? A size box. Height is going to be, I don't know, let's just say 300. And then the child of the size box is going to be an icon, or it's going to be a center, icon, or child, icon, icons. Oh man, I missed it. Icons. And then picture, a photo. There we go. There we go. So that should put this, well, let's go on and replace it, shall we? New post page. There we go. I wonder, can we stretch out the icon? Should be pretty big. Anyway. Oh, and sizebox, you can't have a color on it, right? Yeah, you can't have a color on it. That's fine. And then down here, we need to have a text field. It's going to be a multi-line text field. Let's see. What's going on, Dua? While you're making an app, do you make one more layout for the tablets? You can change icon size. An icon size. Oh, okay. But I want it to be like a flexible icon size. do you make one more layout for the tablets? No, right now I'm just focusing on like the phone sizes, I guess. You can put size on the icon property. Type size while you're in the icon like that. Let's see. But I want it to be like stretched, like I want it to like fill the entire thing, you know what I mean? Like I want it to be like all the way over here, right? But that'll work for right now, I guess. Pretty cool. Go ahead and go with it. Classy 250. Ooh. Ooh. Let's see. Do they have a different one? I feel like it should be sharp. Ooh. Huh. Oh, almost. Not photo album. Do you just have photo sharp? They do have it. Oh man, see that's why I love Flutter. Oh my god. Like I was thinking like, oh well, it's rounded. It should be sharp. It has an icon called Photo Sharp. Like by default, isn't that like? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. They go through the use cases that are so common, and they're like, hey, you know what? We're gonna give this to you. And they're like, hey, thank you. And this could actually be an icon button, right? And then we could do like this, like that. And then we can do on pressed. Do something. Why does it look like that? Let's see. Oh, what the heck? Yeah, sharp is better. Oh, like a banner, yeah. Does expanded widget work here? Let's find out. But also, I want to use it as a button too, right? So like when I change that, like everything started to break. Come on. Are you saved or are you not saved? What's going on here? Are you broken or are you saved? Are you working? Yeah, you're working. Okay. Wow. That's weird. I guess you're not supposed to use a button like that. Okay. So then the alternative would be adding a tap gesture. Gesture. Tap gesture recognizer, like that. On what's going on here? Gesture recognizer. Tap. What? How do you do this again? All right, F it. Let's just keep going. Let's go with UI. Oh my gosh, this is just so annoying. Gesture detector. That's what it is. Gesture detector. Oh my god, all the different naming conventions across all the different things. Sclare coming in for the win. On tap. Oh my. Oh hi. All right, let's see. Yup, boom, and it works. Cool. Let's see. Please you make setup tour. I don't really not really understanding the question, Docs. What's going on, Jacques? You should check chat more frequently. Yeah, I should. Oh, my bad. You may use Inkwell or gesture detector. Yeah, gesture detector seemed to work. What do you think about the developer who uses Vim as a VS edit as a code editor? Um, I think that's pretty hard to do. But like I could totally see the benefit to it, right? Like I use Vim a little bit, like when you're just doing like what do you have to do? Oh, for like the pod file, right? Like when I'm doing native iOS, what I'll do is like I'll do something like vim pod file, and then like I'll go in here and I'll like change the 13 to, or I'll change like the number to like 13 or something like that, or you could jump down to like row 9 or 10 or something like that. It's pretty cool. Um, I really like Vim, but I haven't learned all the different things. And yeah, like using it as a whole editor, that's like, man, like you're probably really quick, because if you're using it as an editor, that means that you probably know like all the different commands to be super quick, and yeah, you could be really quick in Vim. Only thing I don't like about it is that the syntax highlighting is kind of weird when you get it working in there. But yeah, like more power to the people. Replace 250 with constraint biggest height kilo. It's better in my opinion. Oh, okay. Where's constraint? Constraint biggest height. Is it constraints maybe? Gonzalo, where am I getting the constraints from? Where do you get the constraint property? Oh, but it's not a builder. Sorry, my bad. Oh, you're saying like if I was in a builder. Oh, well, let's see what happens if I put in a block builder. Does it also return block builder? Does that also have constraints? Context, state, and something right here. Like this, that. Yeah. I don't want to put it in like a regular builder. I don't feel like it's needed really. I will put it in a block builder eventually, most likely. But yeah, I need constraint to be defined. Yeah, no worries. No worries, no worries. Okay. So we got it to this point, which is all right. It's fine, I guess. May make changes along the way. Most likely will. Right? Just make sure that that number is going up. Right? Okay. So now we can tap on this. We can add in an image, and then we also need to be able to enter in a caption. So that's next. And let's go ahead and do it like, how do I want to do this? Widget, and this will be our image. like that. And we'll just put all this stuff in here so that we can have it a little bit cleaner. And then also like handle the individual state and stuff like that when we get there. But yes, image. So for right now, and then now we can have the text field, which is going to be widget caption like that. And we'll return a text field like this. And the text field is going to have lines. Max lines is null. Let's see. Decoration. Input decoration dot collapsed like this. Hint text. Enter a caption like that. Capiton. All right, so we have the caption right here, and then we're going to need to have like something that manages all the state within it, right? What's going on? Ready? So enter a caption right there, and now you received 100 messages today with Restream Chat. Ooh, we did it. I don't know. I don't know why it has this little notification. I don't know if you guys can see it. But yeah, pretty cool. All right, did you try to extract an app bar from scaffold? Seems hard to do it as long as you don't use a function that returns an app bar. I couldn't do putting it in a stateless widget. Yeah, I did that. Sclare, we did it, Reddit. Yeah, I did that. Where did I do that at? Where did I do that at? We had the app bar. This was on the profile view. Watch, I'll show you how to do it. Because Sclare, you have been saving my butt today. So it only makes sense that I try to help you. All right, so the little workaround hack thing that I ended up doing was if you try to return the block builder, like the app bar abstraction of the block, like as a function, and then you just want to return a widget, right? Because, you know, stuff like this, right? So essentially what I had to do was I had to wrap it in a preferred size, but the preferred size obviously needs that preferred size. So then it needs at least the height, right? That's the whole entire thing. And you want to have a dynamic height because you don't know which device you're going to be on. So what I did was I created an instance of an app bar, just any random app bar, got its preferred size, got its height, and then passed it in right there to the preferred size. And then you can have the child be like the block builder and then be returning the app bar like that. So that's kind of what I went with. I don't know if that is, you know, the way that you want to go, but that's one way to make it work. Or else if you try to follow this whole entire pattern where there's a block builder in each of these functions, then, you know, it breaks right there. And I tried to look in their documentation, and of course they didn't do anything like that. So that's like the other thing. That was like, that's why I got so mad about the docs that were in, that were for the block library. Is just like, it's either let's build a counter or let's do something super phenomenal, but like, let's use all these other different libraries, like, you know, like equatable or I don't know, like fields. Like you had to use a whole entire different package just to manage text fields. I don't know. Like I feel like you should just build with your one thing first, and then you can show how to implement like different different things later, but yeah. For the constraints, you need this layout builder outside the icon. Layout builder. Layout builder outside the icon. Yeah, I don't want to do a layout builder. Right? Because, like, the easiest thing, like, literally the easiest thing, where are we? New post view. Like, the easiest thing would be to just take in the build context. Not builder, build context, right? Take the context, run a media query, and then pass that as the size, right? So then I could do like, I could just do it right here, I guess. Context or media query of context, size, width, and then like if I save that, I think this will work. Need to pass in the context right here. Do I not have a context? Okay, we'll pass in the context right here. Build context right. All this stuff is going to be wrapped, so it doesn't really matter, but so then, oh, I mean, that's still not exactly right, but like I could just do something like this. Right? So I don't know. Like there's a couple of ways to do it, but I don't think it's that important to like spend that much time on it. Oh, that's probably the problem, right? And then we'll do right here too. I think that there's probably some padding on the icon itself, and that's why it doesn't go all the way to the edges, but yeah, something like that. Let's just leave it. Might as well leave it. We already got this far. We'll leave it for right now. So enter a caption. We also want to have padding on the side. So let's go ahead and wrap this in a safe area, right? Safe area. Child. Like that. Save it. Does it not include the sides? Okay, so safe area left. Let's see. Edge insets. Edge minimum. Edge insets dot symmetric, and we'll say horizontal, and we'll do like 20, like that, and also like that. So now we have that. There we go. And let's see. Actually, I want to remove all this. Sorry. Keep bouncing back and forth. Can't make up my mind today. Sized box center. This was 250, I think. 250. Don't need context here. Don't need context here. There we go. All right. Many thanks for the answer that I asked. Got it. Go. Keep it up. Thanks, Claire. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. Why not make it a stateless widget? What are you... Oh, you're talking about the functions? I just prefer to do functions. I asked too. He just prefers it this way. Yeah. Oh, okay. I just think stateless handles the widget lifecycle better. And for something like an image, it would be better. And passing down the context to every other widget can get... yeah, so I'm not going to be passing the context to every single widget. What we're going to do is we're going to be having the block builder in each of these widgets. So then it's going to be like return block builder like this. And then we'll have like the column inside there and stuff like that. But I actually got to run. I will catch all of you later. If you want to continue the discussion, then make sure you check out my Discord. And if you have any additional questions, you can ask them there. But feel free to join the community, ask your questions, or if you can, I'd really appreciate it. Help out somebody there. I wake up, I check that thing every morning. I'm probably going to check it right now. And it's just like a really cool place for mobile developers to hang out. Those of you that like, native iOS, native Android, and Flutter, it's a place for you. So feel free to check out the Discord. I'm going to take off right now. Thanks for your time. Go out there and keep coding passionately.